William just tossed away the plate. The bishop's cup. Oh, flip. Knife. I find it interesting. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, we're just going to go here. But it's like... Yeah. Hey, we want to hide the evidence. We don't want it to make it obvious that we were here. Stone relief. Don't see what the
Throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
What?
Hell. It is a depiction of hell. I told you of heaven and hell once before. Do you remember?
Of course.
The bishop said the relief intimidates even his most impious visitors. They all fear death.
I'm not afraid to die.
Do not fear those who kill the body. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell.
Who's he?
The devil. A fallen angel.
I have nothing to be afraid of.
The cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars. Their souls are the devil's. They will all go to hell.
Stop it! Hell is far away. I'm not afraid.
And we point out to him, we make him look into the fire.
And if anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire.
What's that?
It's from the scripture.
Revelation.
The end of days.
20, I think.
The second death of the sinners.
Bishop Waleran said that if a sinner stares into the flame, the devil stares back from the lake of fire.
What?
I can't see that. What is it?
We ride back to Winchester. Now!
What happened?
Maybe he saw things to come.
How can I thank you?
Ask about the construction site.
Tell me, what is being built out there?
What?
A substantial construction is underway, it seems.
Yes, but
What is it?
a castle. The bishop is building a castle.
Interesting.
Castle? Why a castle?
I don't know. It is not for me to ask or question the bishop.
Of course.
And I doubt it's for you to question him either. That man, William, had no idea why you two came here, had he? You came here to spy on the bishop. You brought this man here.
No.
Leave! Go! But leave the tableware.
I only wanted to tidy up the table.
Yeah. Back in Winchester.
There you are. My son seemed thoughtful when he returned.
You priests and your talk. You always get to him.
He seemed more excited after talking to your bishop, though.
You know, convinced him that he's
Then
safe
again,
and everything.
We know Waleran is good with words. Don't we, my husband?
Of course, yes.
Speaking of Waleran, what did you find, monk?
Yes, a construction site.
A construction site.
Ah. So Waleran has a building project of his own. Did you also find out what he is building?
A castle.
Yes. He is building a castle for himself. and he used up every stone and every tree on his own lands. He claims he wants Bartholomew's land for your cathedral. But what Wayland wants is a castle.
He's always been like that.
Not long ago, you doubted my word. Do you still doubt me now, Father?
What do you want from me?
As Prior of Kingsbridge, you will agree that my husband shall have the whole earldom of Shiring.
And why would I do you a favor like that?
Because we will support the rebuilding of your cathedral with our stones and our timber.
The king can live up to all of his promises, and Waylorin gets nothing.
That is our offer. What do you say?
Haggle for a better deal. I mean, I'm not sure there is a better deal. No, I will decline. I think I will decline no and see if there is a better deal.
No, we have no deal.
Why not?
We made you a good offer.
You're off it. Yeah, well, first of all, you need me, but also you're getting an entire earldom. I'm getting a cathedral. No, you need me.
You need me. The king still considers giving all the lands of the earldom to Waylorin to rebuild our cathedral. You need this deal with me just as much as I do.
This is... Ugh. We taught this fool well, it seems.
What are your terms, Father?
Divide the earldom. Don't make a deal and leave. Ooh, wow. Yes, we'll try and divide the earldom.
What is more valuable, arable land or forest?
Arable land, of course.
Then you shall have the arable and I'll have the forest.
I need the forest to hunt. An earl must have his hunting grounds.
You can hunt there. I just want the timber for my cathedral.
Ugh,
Which do you want, the cattle pastures or the sheep grazings?
the pasture.
Then I'll have the hill farms with their sheep. Would you like the income from markets or the quarry?
Suppose we said the quarry.
You won't, though, will you?
No. We'll take the markets. You can have the stones.
It is agreed, then?
We have a pact. My husband will let the king know of our agreement. Bishop Waylorin will be quite surprised.
Best deal for
You will
Kingsbridge.
see his true face when he does not get what he wants.
Talk to the bishops. Oh dear. I think I might be in trouble though. Mention the... Yeah, it says mention the castle.
Would you not rather build a castle, my bishop?
What?
A castle like this, I mean. Do you not find this place remarkable? Winchester Castle?
Of course. It is.
Okay. So there we go. We shall return tomorrow
Maybe I
then.
should come back tomorrow.
Yes, there is not much a monk can do here.
Yes, your bishop and I will do what we can to help your priory.
My loyal subject, Percy Hamley, today becomes the Earl of Shiring. Of the former Earl's possessions, Percy shall have the castle. And all the land that is tenanted to knights, plus all other arable land and low-lying pasture.
I swear by all that is holy to be your liegeman, and to fight for you against any other.
My king...
Ah, yes. Of course, I have not forgotten the worries of my bishops. The Earl of Shiring himself, Percy here, solved this problem for me. Thanks to him, I can uphold my promise. Don't worry, Bishop Waylorin. Kingsbridge shall be rebuilt. Percy told me of a man here whom my brother has not yet introduced. Come forward, Prior.
My brother, may I present to you Philip of Gwynedd?
My king.
You seem afraid. What are you worried about?
Robert of Gloucester worried about the cathedral.
I'm worried about my priory and the cathedral.
I heard about the fire. How are you managing?
On the day of the fire, God sent us a builder, but we cannot pay him.
Don't worry, you can. Now, about the arrangement between you and Percy Hamley. He insisted that I give the sheep grazings belonging to the former Earl to the Priory of Kingsbridge. The Priory will also have the right to take stone from the Earl's quarry and timber from his forest. I wholeheartedly agree with the plan you two have devised. It shall be done.
Just undermined the bishops.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
It seems unnecessarily complicated to give the land to the bishop. Percy told me that you, Father Philip, share that sentiment. He told me it was your idea to take up the burden of managing the rebuilding of the cathedral yourself.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
Okay, now I've been thrown under the bus.
I'm glad that we all were able to help you, Bishop Waleran, in this pressing matter. After all you have done for me.
And we've not added any more work
Thank
to you.
Lord King.
Bartholomew lost everything in his attempt to end my reign. This morning he was found dead in his cell. I've heard that you, Prior, worry for his children, Richard and Aliena. While they shall lose their status, their name, and their land, they shall go free, wherever they are.
You must be very proud, Lady Hamley.
Of course. Father Philip has been very understanding in all this.
Yes, he is remarkable. Very remarkable.
My husband and I were terrified when we heard about the fire in Kingsbridge. It is a blessing that we can help him and his priory now.
You sowed the wind, Philip.
You shall reap the whirlwind. Yeah. Went to see Bartholomew in his cell, rode with William to the Bishop's palace and covered the secret. William's servant thinks you're a thief and suspicious of your motives. I was just picking stuff up because I didn't know what to do. This is a point-and-click adventure game. Picking up random things is part of the game. I don't like that it's like, oh, you're a thief because you're picking things up. If you're letting me pick things up, then that's your problem. Like, maybe there was an option to put them back on the table or something, but I was just kind of, it'll just get, once I've done everything with William, they'll be put back or they'll be taken out of my thing anyway and I'll give them back. By default through the cutscene. Because point-and-click adventure games do that. You made a very lucrative pact with the Hamleys. I did. Bishop Waleran believes you betrayed him. I kind of did, to be fair. The final chapter of Book 1, then. A few weeks later.
Is everyone ready? Yes, everyone will be there. But how are we to pray and contemplate like this? I don't dare even to send my choir out there.
We shall get used to it, all of us.
We must be thankful for all of this, for each noise, each face that disturbs us here.
We shall start with the chancel, then gradually work our way from east to west. That's the way it's done, the way I was taught to do it.
I value your enthusiasm, my dear Mason, but so far we're only cleaning up. I haven't even considered hiring a master builder yet, neither you nor anyone else.
May I show you some drawings?
By all means.
Not considered hiring who I'm going to hire yet. That's it, elevation.
You look here first. Imagine you're standing in the center of the nave, looking at the wall. This is what you see.
Are those windows?
Right, but that's not all. On the lowest level are the pillars of the arcade. They're joined by arches making up the bays. Through the archways you can see the windows in the aisle. Starting right in the middle is the Tribune Gallery. Shall I go on?
Yes, yes, of course. I was just thinking. Keep going.
On top are the clear-story windows.
I can see you've put a lot of thought into this. I was just wondering, how long would this take to build? You can take your time with that answer.
Uh, 8 to 10 with 60 masons, but he might go, oh, that's a lot. 15 years with 30.
Well, that depends on how many people you employ. If you hire 30 masons with enough labourers, apprentices, carpenters and smiths, they will be done in 15 years.
I wish my monastic officials had your ability to think ahead and calculate. Go on now, show me the rest of your drawing.
Oh, so we're doing a little bit after each little bit. So the floor plan then.
When we walk around the site, we mark where the walls will be, the pillars, the doors and buttresses. Now for that we need a plan like this, to tell us where to place our pegs and string.
Is this how birds would see our church?
Exactly.
Bird's eye view. Overview. Oh, that takes us out of that. We don't want to be out of that.
I haven't told you everything about the floor plan yet.
Yes, I know.
The nave is on the left. It has 6 bays.
And the chancel?
That's here.
The chancel will have 4 bays.
I can see the transept is 2 bays wide, so it will be 12 in total. It does look splendid, but isn't that rather small?
It would be smaller, but not less impressive.
It would be smaller, but not less impressive.
You don't want to go, you don't have the budget for
A
it.
small cathedral would be closer to our means.
You want them to say
It
that.
is still also uncertain. The king grants us timber and stone and wool from Shiring's pastures. But only God knows if it will be enough. I don't suppose you have any idea how much this would cost.
Yes, no more than 3,000. So yeah, let's be a bit pessimistic. It's £3,000 at least, because it depends on how many people you're bringing in and everything. As he said, yeah, I didn't want to be like, oh, you don't have the money for it to be bigger, because that's just a little insulting. 3,000 at least.
You never know what might happen, but give or take, we'll need at least £3,000.
I've spent the last few weeks working out the annual income of the priory. Here's the answer. £300 a year. And we spend every penny. So, I need to find £200 a year.
Oh, because it's 15 years.
Doesn't sound so bad when you put it that way. You really want to build this cathedral yourself,
You want?
don't you?
Yes, Father. I want you to appoint me Master Builder.
Why?
I want to fully exercise my skill. I've seen it done badly, because it would be beautiful, because it gives meaning to a man's life. I want to fully exercise my skill. No, it will be beautiful.
Because he wants to give people hope.
Is that so? Then answer me this one last question.
Oh, it didn't matter what I was going to say.